neyandiza okusooka bw'oba ogenza okusoma osomye obusawo ogenda mu ddwaliro baleese omuntu gw'ogenda muyita operation okulongoosa ekyo kyewasoma olina okumulongoosa tovaayo n'ogamba okulongoosa kubadde kukambwe lwaki wasoma onfuna bw'oba oli mulimi togamba n'ogamba okulima kunemye wasoma gwe mwenyewe omanyi kukola ki okulima bw'oba omanyi okuwandiika amawulire togamba amawulire gano mazibu nedda kikyo wasomerera ndowooza kifuna kati bwebanga nasalawo nendeka ebirala netambula nengenda mu politics kati politics bweba weeri sisobola okugamba eti ekyo kizibu ebwegwa kifuuka kyenina okukola kale wongambye ebizibu ki sinaba kulaba ebizibu webankuba tiyagaazi ekize mwenyini nagendayo zi mwenyini netwalayo si kyekyo kati ebyo byona bibeera bizibu byaffe eyo my challenge kati omwaka gubadde gukyenzi njagala kwebaza katonda omwaka gubadde mulungi tufunyemu ebirungi bingi waffe ng'omuntu n'abantu ekyo olaba kati twatambudde nga tulaba komenti zaffe zibeere bulungi nenfuna emikwano nga mmwe ne mujja ekyo kintu kyebazira katonda nina okwebaza katonda eti omwaka gubadde mulungi era tuyisizamu era tusoberera nagwo guno gujja kuba omwaka muki mulungi politics egenda kubeerawo ebadde okuva mabega kati kino kyetugamba eti egenda kubeeramu amaanyi kubanga tugenda tutandika okukyusa offices olaba kati offices zino katugambe nga za MP zigenda kuwa expiringa nga zagala ndi office endala ki eziddewo za bakansala oba kiki kati saawa ezo bwe zibeerawo competition ebeerawo kati abantu abalala tebagala competition balowooza ekyo kizibu iyo ebeerawo competition abantu bwe bajja ne mugenda mu competition nga mukuzanya akapiira kati olina okuteekamu bw'obanga olaba oti bagenda kuteeba ng'oteekawo amaanyi baleme okukola ki kuteeba bw'obanga wooli oba naye bw'obanga tolinga bw'obanga oli ttima empya olina okuteekamu amaanyi olabe oti okola ki oteeba so ye politics tulina kizibu ffe ekyafuuka ekyaffe tubeereeyo naye tubaako n'abatuyamba abatuyamba baliwo abakubako agamba kangende ngamba oli ayamba omuntu ono akole ki mobilizers baffe abakola ki n'emmere batuwa n'ebirala butulina okubeebaza tubasaba eti temukoowa olugendo lukyalo ki luwanvu paka we naatuuka okubeera okwegenda kwesimbawo bwa president wa party wa Uganda ffe tulina party structures zaffe ezisalawo ndowooza mwalabye amawulire ali omusajja bamuyita Masiko yagambye Nandala yeteesewo yeekaani kyoba olaba tugamba sinaba kweteekawo tulinda party structures ziteekawo nange kyongamba nti ndi interest zebampa nange ndina interest twegale nfuuke president wa Uganda naye structures zinakola ki ezibikolako naye saawa zino oyagala okunkwasa bute obukulu bukulembeze mumpe. Okay, thank you so much. First of all, I want to thank you, the journalists, members of the Fourth Estate, for making it possible to come to our area in Elgon. Elgon is a mountain which is volcanic, and it is where Arabic coffee is grown from volcanic soils. Our volcano, it's no longer active; it's inactive. And I look forward to taking you to the peak one of these days when you come back. Why we're so happy that you came first from all those long distances from Kampala, and also our local media for joining us is for purpose of making awareness of the richness of the nature we have with the green. Mention it. We have the fertile soils. We have everything in Elgon. But this thing was started by a friend of mine with my brother. I went with him in primary one. It's called John Wanda. My primary one, I started in a school called the Umaria Primary School in Bulucheke, in Bududa. those years in 1972, when many of you were not yet born. So that's how I met John Wonder. And now, right now, John Wonder is in America, in Washington, Virginia to be specific, where he has been for quite some time. So when he finished his primary, for him, he went to Masaba Secondary School. And he used to walk from Bududa to Masaba Secondary School. Now, he felt it necessary that he needs to contribute something. He never wanted life to be the same for like others. Like him, like we used to walk to school, but our children no longer walk to what? To school. Because the life we passed through should not be the same. It was that stage of ours, which was also good enough at that time. So he used to walk through, from Uburuda through the forest up to Masaba Secondary School, which many of you tried. And you saw how a young boy who would walk from home with a suitcase on his head, a mattress, to school. And at the end of the term, he would move from Masaba Secondary back to that home. Where the secondary school is being built is where his house is next. But if you remember where we told you this is ground zero, that's the home of his parents. That's the home of his parents. His mother died in January, I think on 4th. When we walked last year on 31st, we went there, she was excited to see us. I think after 7 days, I think, she died. We buried her last year, this year in January. So that's why we call it ground what? Zero. That's where we begin our walking. So in the process, when he went away, he mobilized the resources for building a primary school in his area, which is called Arlington Hope of Academy. And from a primary school, now they have gone to secondary school, to a vocational school. They have a health unit, and there's another health unit, and some schools they have supported in the Manafa district also, where the wife comes from. The water there is very clean, purified very well, first class. So what he has done is really a wonder. And Arlington is the same Arlington where he stays in America. Arlington is part of Virginia. This, I can say is a town or a city, is a county in Virginia. So our walking is in remembrance of how he used to do it, but what's most important now, to raise awareness and raise funds for Arlington Academy and the Masaba Secondary School. After that, after sorting out those areas, we're going to now do it for other projects within the region. Our first trek, this was our third. The first one, if you went to Masaba Secondary School, you would assume this is not a school. Abandoned almost, had I think 274 students, about 200 or 274 students. And at that time, the headmaster of the school had also run it down. At that time, we were trying to prosecute it. This headmaster came as a result of that trek. So we had to change the headmaster, and we got this headmaster, who is called Katonda. He has done a wonderful job. We have changed that place. We have cleaned it up, but we're still continuing. But if you saw it, that's not, if you went there 3 years ago, you would cry. But now it's a school, and I think we can talk about, we're about to make 1,000 students. The performance is high there in the roof. Children are performing very well, all of them well, and we are hoping for the best results as we see it. Right now, currently, we have done water. We have made water for the school. And now what we are working for this time, what we wanted to do is to pipe water to the girls' dormitories and the boys' dormitories so that they use, how do you call that, those sophisticated toilets. We have them, where you shower, the toilets are also for flushing, I see they call them waterborne or something, how you know, for you know English. Waterborne toilets and the showers. We are working on that, and we want those students to grow knowing that this is how life is. So that one, the gentleman who started it, we started together, he brought me, I was on board from day one, and I've remained on board. For him, he wasn't around, but we had to keep it up. And he's going to come, I think, within coming this January, for purposes of opening the secondary school, but we'll look forward that he may also decide to walk, to pay us for having walked. So that place, as you walked, you met people. The people there are so friendly. Not on one side, we are moving from another part of the district, another district, to another district. So it was showing you how Bagisu are friendly people. You are seeing nature, green. That was our forest, and it's still our forest, and that's how it was. And so we're saying the people, telling the public, the people in Uganda, outside Uganda, that well, God has really given us nature. If you came to Bugisu, we're different from any other part of the country. Of course, Uganda is a blessed country in the whole world. It's the only country in the whole world which has water rainfall throughout the year, sunshine throughout the year, so we can grow anything anytime in the year. But Bugisu is exceptional. You see our hills, the landscape. You just go to Bugisu, it's a tourist attraction. So we're asking everybody to come and have a tour in Bugisu, which is a tourist attraction. And I believe with your presence, this thing is going to be done. Because you are the people who have the microphone, you are the people who have the phones, you are the people who know how to make the message. And we look forward that you be part and parcel of us to promote Bugisu. And of course, you saw is that we have capacity to look after ourselves. But maybe some policies may not be good, which are making us bit down. But we look forward to one day we shall be better. So Bugisu is a rich area. And we, again, want to thank you for making it to this area. And I want to thank all of you, the people of the fourth estate, for working, with the exception